Welcome in, guys, and we're back on the the linebackers in this draft class, and today we are talking about C.J. Allen. And is C.J. Allen gonna be a is he gonna be a star? Is he gonna be linebacker one in this draft? Let's find out. So the games that I've seen C.J. Allen on tape: Auburn, Marshall, Austin, Peay, Kentucky, Georgia Tech, Florida, Ole Miss. Now let's talk about kind of his strengths. So he's again, if you've seen C.J. Allen again, he's definitely one of those. He's definitely one thing that screams out is he's an elite level. He's an elite running defender. He's great at diagnosing the play, navigating traffic, and filling in gaps and stopping the run game um, um, as a play stopper. So again, really great stuff, because especially he's a top, again, what I've seen, a very top end a running defender. Like, again, he's great at seeing what goes on in the field, diagnosing what goes on. He can navigate traffic, fill in gaps, and again, stop the run game. He's an all round good play stopper, and that's just one thing that I saw instantly. His physical and tackling that I've got here. He again he displays he's strong and he's reliable. He's got great fundamentals, and he's a sound tackler, and he has natural leverage too. He doesn't, when you're looking at C.J. Allen, he doesn't look like he falls on his ass multiple times. He's very steady when he's going against the run game. Again, he's got a good IQ about himself. He can read what goes on down the field. He can recognize offensive plays and put himself back in the correct position. So again, you're looking at somebody like C.J. Allen as a great leader that you could definitely see being just a game changer in the defense. Again, a team that needs defensive cover is definitely the Detroit Lions. Again, he can wrap up finishes. He's got textbook techniques, and he again, he's, like I said, he's quick. He's got great instinct. He's got some great, again, he knows how to control the blitz defense and timing, and going to A to B, and he can just go to different positions and just snap and go at the offense. And he's a great communicator as well. Like, again, he's great as a team builder, especially. That's something that you need at the back. He can organize his defense, and he can align his defense to the pre-snap and the post-snap. And the last kind of thing in his strengths here, but he's got fantastic ball awareness in zone coverage. Again, he keeps his eyes on the quarterback. He's consistently, if you're looking at all these tapes of C.J. Allen, you can consistently see him looking at the quarterback, gain at the quarterback. His ball awareness in zone coverage is fantastic, and I think if somebody's going to look at any linebacker in this draft, you've got to look at C.J. Allen. We've touched about the weaknesses here, but his coverage limitations. Now, again, he's great at covering zone coverage, and his ball awareness is great, but his coverage, he does have a bit of limitations to him. He shows a bit of weakness in his lower body. Sometimes he can be a bit stiff and struggle to maneuver against more superior tight ends or superior run games, superior running backs in man coverage sometimes. His athleticism is kind of average. Like, again, he has an average athleticism. Again, he's a good addition to have, but he kind of lacks that the agility and the side-to-side coverage that you'll need. Like, again, sometimes when he's trying to go against a running back or a tight end and it's side-to-side, a majority of the time on his tape you would see that the tight end or the running back would normally have the best of CJL. So it's kind of, if you're looking at his side-to-side coverage work, he needs to kind of address that. But he's got average athleticism, not the best, but sometimes again he'll overcommit. I saw a couple of times where he was trying to get at the quarterback too much and he was way overcommitting sometimes. Sometimes he would go too fast in his pace and approach, and that means he would give up a ton of penalties for his team on the defense. So again, just play better football, and if he has a defensive coordinator that can coach the best out of him, and so he doesn't have to overcommit so much, and just play better football on that defense. Don't go overcommitting, because if you go overcommitting, then that ultimately you're giving up multiple penalties. You're playing bad football. Just play better football. He's got limited experience as a pass rusher. Now, again, he is effective on. He is fantastic. He is great. Is fantastically effective on applying blitz. So if there's applying blitz going on in the offense, he's great at diagnosing the applying blitz. But he's very inconsistent as a natural pass rusher. So I wouldn't really have him as like an edge rusher. Again, he's not a natural edge rusher, or he's not a natural pass rusher. So that's kind of one thing that may hold him down a bit. But for me, I still think that if you're looking at CJ Allen, you're looking especially, he's definitely in the top 20, I think, in my opinion. Like, he's definitely late day, he's early round one, sorry, early round one, late, maybe mid round two. I could see somebody going day 2 for CJ Allen. If he doesn't go round 1, definitely mid round 2. Like, if he goes somewhere, maybe like a Seattle, or if he goes just like a Seattle or somewhere like that, where he can just sit behind. If he's under like a Mike McDonald or somebody like that, who he can just sit behind and have a couple of cameos in 2026, and he can just learn and just improve his game. He's kind of like a couple of years ago when the Eagles had Jalen. Yeah, they had somebody they drafted. I couldn't remember who it was, but they said they wanted to, but yeah, I think it would be a great fit if CJ Allen was in like a Seattle system. If he was just coached and he can just like do some rotation stuff, or if he was like under like a Sean McVay defensive. If he was under like Sean McVay, and you could just hide him around and just let him learn under the other defensive unit that you have with the Rams. But he's definitely one for me that, again, down the road you can have him start. I think he's only like 21, 22, so he's still super young, so there's still a lot of upside in his career. There's a lot of things that you would like about him, like his high IQ. He can take on the lead. He's a great leadership. You'll definitely want somebody who can take on great leadership. He's physical, and he's a very physical tackler, as we've talked about on tape. His leadership and his experience, you would have a guy. The only thing I think holding him down is only thing that's going to hold him down from actually getting a really big draft, gain drafted higher in the draft is his limited athleticism, and his coverage he has his coverage limitations, and he's not been positioned as a pass rusher at college level. But overall, I think he's definitely a talent you should go for and have, especially as a backup in year 1. But yeah, leave you guys' thoughts, guys.